Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John, and today I have a new album review from the band Kings of Leon, and it's called When You See Yourself. Before I start, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I upload videos every day, and I do rock and metal reviews, rankings, and more. Now, this was an album that I wasn't going to do at first, but then a few people requested it, so I just decided to go ahead and do so. Now, the reason being is that it's a band that I do not know very well, and it's also a musical genre that I don't know very well either. So my only exposure to the band was from Guitar Hero 5, and I am only mentioning that video game just because I wanted to use this new effect. Check that out, right over there. I just figured out how to do that. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm taking this video to a new level. That is not neither here nor there. So, back to the band. So, I'm somebody who only knows the songs Sex on Fire and Use Somebody and maybe a few others. I gave this album about 3 listens, so let's talk about it. This is their 8th studio album. They released 2 singles in January called The Bandit and 100,000 People. Now, this is also their longest gap between albums, with the last album coming out in 2016 called Walls. It's right over there. This album was also released as a non-fungible token. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It's some type of cryptocurrency using blockchain technology. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't ask me what that is. You gotta look it up yourself. So let's continue. Like I said, I listened to this album about 3 times, and I felt it was a little boring at times, but did have a few good moments. I didn't want my metalhead bias to kind of get in the way of giving this a proper assessment. So I did some research and I looked for a few second opinions. I read some reviews online, and I watched some of the reviews on YouTube channels. These are channels that are actually fans of the band, and the general consensus was that it was not their best work, but still had some good songs. So I'm going to go over the songs that were mentioned in the reviews and comments, about those being the highlights of the album. So I will talk about 5 of the 11 songs on the album. The first song is The Bandit. So that's a song from that music video that I showed just a few moments ago. The song has a pretty cool bass line. It has their signature guitar chords. They also incorporated some keyboards to add texture to the song. Caleb Followill's vocals sound very good on this track, and I really like the guitar solo. I think that this was a good choice for a lead single and a music video. Next is A Wave. So this is more of a laid-back song. The vocal intro reminded me of some of their earlier work. At least of the few songs I know, that is. The keyboards did create an atmosphere, and there were some pretty cool guitar bends. And even reminded me a little of Radiohead, their later stuff. I thought that was pretty cool on this song. And the song has a lot of layers of instruments, and I thought it was pretty cool. After that is the song called Supermarket. So this one has a really cool bass line. This one reminds me a little of the band The Cure. It is also one of the slower songs, and it has some pretty cool sounds and textures. It's one of those really good headphone songs. It has some pretty cool mellow lead guitar work, and not a bad song overall. After that is Claire and Eddie. So this is mostly an acoustic song. It immediately made me think of the Counting Crows. The song's very laid back and atmospheric, and the song also had some pretty good lead guitar playing. The last song I want to talk about is Echoing. So this is more of an upbeat song. The main riff has a very garage rock feel, and reminded me a little of the band The Strokes. I think I remember one review saying that this was even reminiscent of a punk rock song. I didn't really hear it, but maybe it is. So that is it. In conclusion, I'm going to give this album a 7 out of 10. Probably not an album that I'm going to go back to. I haven't listened to their other albums, but I think it's a fair assessment. If anybody feels otherwise, please let me know in the comments section. I think this was meant to be more of a laid-back album since it was meant to be a little more personal. I also read that they have varied their style throughout their albums. So I would be interested in hearing, how this album stands up to the rest of their discography. That is it. Please leave any additional comments and let me know what you think of this album. So that's it. Coming soon, I'll do another ranking. I'm thinking of doing Demon Hunter. I'm thinking of doing another 5 more albums from 1989. The weekend's coming up. New album by Rob Zombie. A couple of other bands releasing albums over the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Please remember, comment, subscribe, check out my other new releases. I have linked right over there next to me. You can click on those. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.